All right, second half of our program is Linda Hoover and Linda Hoover Art. Linda?
Good morning. It's very nice to be here. I'm Linda Hoover. I'm an artist. I work in a small area like ours, not a big city. It's kind of necessary to do a lot of different things as an artist. I do murals. You may have seen the new one across from the courthouse. That's mine. The big star mural. The one at the state fair, the farm couple. Those are my two biggest ever, so far, murals. But I've done a lot more inside and outside. Murals, I do portraits, love to do portraits. I do illustrations, that's something kind of new lately, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. So think about me if I mention anything that you're interested in. And of course, just fine art. I paint a lot. And I'm the president of Sedalia Visual Arts, and we have shows at the Goddard Gallery over here, at the Dome, every summer. We have an ongoing show at the City Hall, but we focus on 2 artists at a time then. The other shows we have, the whole group shows. We show at the Liberty Center in March, and various other venues from time to time. Probably in October we'll have something at the Katy Depot. That will be a sale, a lot of fun. And I do caricatures. That's what I'm here to demonstrate today, and Betty has kindly offered to be my model already. I do these for parties. All these Smith Cotton people, that's excellent. Are any of you seniors? Oh, super, because I've done them several years at Smith Cotton for graduations. And I want you to tell your sponsors that I do them. It's like, that's something that you have to re-advertise it every year. So it's great that you guys are here and you can tell your sponsors that you'd like to have caricatures and call them to Hoover. Graduations, anniversaries are something I do, and that's really fun. Just general parties. I had a lady call me to do her margarita party. She has a group of friends that they do that every year at the fair time. I mean, they were just a nice bunch of people. They weren't getting drunk. They had a lot of food too. Kept nicely offering me margaritas during the evening, but I was afraid I wouldn't be able to draw. But that was fun because they had gotten together every year for like 20 years. They had a tradition. So that year, they all got to see each other getting their caricatures done and had fun with it. Birthday parties, picnics. Last year I did the picnic at the Veterans Home up in Warrensburg. And I've been doing one at it's called the Swan Lake Conservation Area, north of us some ways. Done that for probably 5 years. They have a picnic every year. So think about me when you have something fun going on and you want to have this is always fun. People like to watch and they seem to like to get their picture done. And I'm going to go ahead and do one and try to talk, although I think art is a right brain activity and talking is left. So it's kind of hard to talk. So just holler at me if I'm not answering you quickly and I'll go ahead and get started.
All right, are there any questions for Linda?
Hope I can just talk loud enough without.
You can use the base microphone to turn this towards her.
Okay. Will that pick me up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Any questions? I'll start it off. It's been my observation sometimes artists don't think about the business side. How have you learned the business side of your business? The art is your specialty. How important is that business side?
Oh, you're asking me? Very important. Although we have people in our group that are in it for the love of art and they don't sell their work. But I'm in it for the business and the love. And it's very important to me. And I tried to get classes actually when I was going to college. And it was difficult to find people that would just teach you about the business side. networking is supposed to be the best way.
Yes, go ahead.
So how long, is this your full-time job, and how long has it been your full-time job? Did it start out being something you did on the side, and then at what point did you decide it was going to be your profession?
Art has always been my job, but in different ways. I taught art for a long time, and I'm retired at that. So this is my profession. Does that answer that?
Not really, but that's okay.
Sorry, you wanted an answer for the.
I know that you use social media. What do you feel the impact of using? I also know that you have ads in the Democrat, and how has that affected your bottom line there? Does that help?
Yes. Actually, the ad in the Democrat's been the best. That's been really helpful. And it's been funny that I've gotten a lot of caricatures from that. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
But I also get other work just from that, just from having an ad in the paper that says artist. That's been very helpful. And just building up a reputation through the years is also helpful.
So do you have social media pages as well to promote your business?
I have a website and the Facebook page, and yes, I have a page which gives me some business. I think some people are better at it than I am, at using social media. That if you can be always sharing with people what you're doing, and be real regular about it, that it's very helpful. Artists are noted for being real good at marketing their work.
You should visit with Tanya. She's really good at social media.
Yeah, she's certainly a good presenter. She's delightful.
What is your website?
Linda Hoover Art. Yes, check me out. I put out my business cards, and all my contact information is there.
So how long have you been doing this part of the caricatures?
About 30-some years.
I mean, where you've been actually a business doing it for the mom?
Well, I guess that I did it very sporadically at first, and just for high school graduations. Because some of the mothers, I lived down at Coal Camp when I started, and the mothers asked me to do that. And that just got me started, so that was great. I didn't even have the idea. They got the idea. Long time though. I used to do more fairs, but I really like the idea of parties. That's fun. And just getting hired to do it.
I'm
If you come to
interested
our
in.
margarita party, do you charge us by the person that you do, or just a flat fee?
Just a flat fee. I put out my flyers.
Okay.
Do take flyers. Take them, pass them on, hang them up.
I'm interested in the process of the sign downtown by Baffa Hotel. How many hours did that take you to?
Most of the time goes into the planning. In that case, it was, what do they call it? When the high schools work on it, a leadership project.
Mm-hmm.
And so the time went into meeting with the committees, coming up with the idea they wanted, doing a drawing, making changes to please everybody. And it's like, working with a committee. It's not as smooth as just working with one person.
Right.
But so then, by the time I actually started the project, I had the design all done, and I went down there and projected it. And then it was, I think I worked at it about 3 weeks, but it was like 3 days a week, maybe 5 hours at a time. That was that, and the one at the state fair, I did during the state fair as a residency. But it was all the planning beforehand that took time.
So because you do charge by an hour, what's the average number of
drawings you can get done within an hour?
I usually can do one every 9 minutes. I hope nobody's timing me right now. And so I get 6 or 7 sometimes. I can also do 2 or 3 people together. That's fun. People like to do that. And then they can take the picture and make copies of it. And that also saves me a little time because I'm not preparing each new picture. I'm just moving right on.
What area is your strongest passion of what you do?
Oh gosh, I love these caricatures. My strongest passion is, I guess, always the next project that I'm working on.
Great.
What advice would you give to an entrepreneur if they were creative, their business centered around creativity, like yours? Any advice from your experience?
Well, networking is great. What you're doing, I think that's really super. Join Sedalia Visual Arts if you're an artist. We do a lot to support each other. The paper's been the advice. Let me think just a moment. Hard to think in. I think I'd say work hard, get busy, and do a lot. You know? I hear people saying, I could do that if I wanted to. Well, do it.
In times of demand where perhaps 2 parties want to at the same time, do you subcontract to other artists or do you just say no?
Say that one more time.
If you're already booked and somebody calls you or contacts you and wants to hire you, do you subcontract that or do you just say no? Do you have people that you call upon to help you? Or?
Well, I did hire somebody for that star mural to help, so I'm not averse to getting help, that's for sure. I don't have you smiling, okay, you kind of. And I have, recommended someone else, I don't know, to work on something. But mostly I just do it.
Yes.
So your characters, are they just limited to people? Can you do people's pets? Can you do?
Yes, absolutely.
For example, we have a Corvette show that we host every year. Can you do images of vehicles? Or?
Yes, and I haven't done that often. I only did that for one show, but I had a ball. And I can make it look like the car is coming right out at you. Very fun. So absolutely.
Any other questions?
Almost done.
Linda, our last question for you is, what can the community do for you?
Tell other people that I do this. I know I got the last job at the one at Warrensburg for the Veterans Home because somebody clipped that ad out of the paper and took it up and showed it to them. So tell people I do this, and I was encouraging the seniors to tell their sponsors that I do this too. So there we go. I'm done.
Awesome.